Okay, round three of the cut. We are in the lower bracket after a round one loss and a round two win. So in the third round, we are up against Leah, who is playing a Yuko, and this is a interesting situation because there's no Regenesis. So this game should be easier than most. Similar to this, like the see how they runs are going to show up a little because usually you play a see how they run, or sorry, usually you either cut one of the longevity or you cut the see how they run for 2 Regenesis. With no Regenesis, the game should get a lot easier. I don't have to respect a sudden score. We still have to respect the see how they run and the FUT and the end of the line and all that stays the same, and there's still like the FUT and the Bladderwort and the cohorts and the moon pools we all gotta worry about. One Urtica Cipher, we gotta keep that in mind because you can moon pool onto Urtica and suddenly deals 4 damage. So need to have 4 cards in hand whenever I access a card in a remote. And then Reaper Function being a one of is something we'll have to sniff out. 2 copies of Fenutria we'll have to keep in mind, like Fenutria in front of a Urtica I can see causing us problems, and then white space is a face check, and then Simac we're going to need our Kurapira for. But here we go. Once again, this is online APAC. This is the list. If you want to take another quick peek at it. And yeah, gonna jump into that. Let's see what happens. Need to pull up the deck list on the side here for myself. How do we do this? Refresh this page. Yeah, nothing too, like, we just have to remember the ice composition, stuff like that. Gotta remember the ice composition, 1 Reaper, 1 Gaslight, 1 Urtica Cipher. Got 2 minutes to go. I'm still kicking myself over the round 1 loss. Gave my opponent a 71% instead of a 55. So gave them an extra 16%. I did like put the cards back in the deck and then shuffle and see if the top 4 would have had an agenda, and the answer would have been yes. So you can take some hindsight would have lost anyways out of that, and instead I lost and got a lesson out of it. It's gonna haunt me. You're gonna hear about that if I don't, like, if I win a bunch of games here and I continue, like, you're gonna hear about it. I'm gonna try to keep it away, but it's gonna haunt me. Okay, so this hand is fine because we're just like gamble, open, gamble, open, class act, and then clean getaway. Last click. Well, we probably gonna clean getaway somewhere, and like it's probably just gonna be archives. We'll call it a day. So this seems fine. It gets us going. No penny shaver, but like it's a solid econ start with draw, and that's what you need against AU. We're not gonna like roll the dice on running cards, and yeah, we're not gonna roll the dice on like checking cards on the board and running into ice and stuff like that. We're gonna let them show me what's up, and then we'll figure it out from there. And of course, like if things hit the board and they like don't get used for a while, then that gets suspicious. So lots of info that can be gained just by relaxing. Ice on a remote. Okay, give me Mark Archives. I don't want Mark R&D because we're gonna like, we can hit traps and stuff, right? Especially with the FUT. So give me Mark Archives. Beautiful. Gosh, we're so good at this. Okay. Gamble, clean getaway. That puts me to 9, 10, 11, 12. Puts me back down to 9. Puts me down to 7. And then I draw 4 with class act. This gets us our crew here down. I think that's fine. There's no hybrid releases in here. And there's the Nuka. That's really, really good. Here's the Pinhole as well. Interesting. Chesvy Pinhole is really good, but also Clean Getaway is tempting. We're probably going to go for the Chesvy Pinhole here. That helps us like establish our board a little bit in a smooth manner. And it also insulates us against Mark on R&D because we wouldn't want to clean getaway and access R&D. So if there's no ice on R&D, there's a 1 in 3 chance that this is going to give us Mark R&D. Of course, Mark Archives does the same thing. Just a bit of value. Okay, one of those is Sting. Mark Archives, beautiful. So we're going to go Nuka, click Nuka, Chesvy, Pinhole. Do we die to anything like that? We die to Moonpool, Advance, Score, end of the line, which is not online. Yeah. But we might as well install the no free lunch as well afterwards. I think. We're not sure. Probably just draw. Okay. We just need to get these cards down. I think I'm just going to draw for now. And then next turn we're clicking Nuka. And we're installing these cards. There's a good argument for installing no free lunch, actually. Yeah. Because, like, this is going to be more important than the Carpe Diem, and there's a world where they, like, res a Moonpool and then res Bladderwort or res Reaper res Bladderwort, and we just, like, eat a couple damage. Reaper Bladderwort doesn't kill us because they would only have $3 after. So that's not enough for a Moonpool fast advance. And like once Penny Shaver comes, we're just checking things. But right now, we're just installing tech. Archives again. Oh my god. So good. So good. Bravado is tempting. The problem is that most of the ice is sentries, so we're going to have to get our Carmen down first. And then with $2 we can break stuff. But for now, it's definitely going to be clean getaway. Class Act is also tempting. Oh, I can install the Class Act. It's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we just like throw cards at them. Yeah, we 100% do that. Baya gives us not what we want, so let's play the clean getaway first. And then we'll Baya. We're not going to touch any of these cards. Like, there's no need. I could run server 4, but not with like an event. Like, there's just like things that can go wrong. I don't think I have to take that risk. So we're going to draw 2 cards. We didn't find the Penny Shaver, which is what I was looking for. But this gets us our Carmen, which is very good. And we just install these 2 stone ships and we chill again. Yeah. Okay. Unity in hand, Carmen is coming. Carpe Diem on Archives lets us install those. And then we just click to draw for the rest of the game. We just have to worry about money. Getting very close. But also the fat on the board is very lethal. So we gotta be aware of that. No Bladderwort, no Cohort. It's very surprising. Icing Archives. So it's definitely click 1 draw. Guess that's our Penny Shaver. Also gets us our no free lunch. Now the only way that they tag us here is Oppo, Phenutria, and see how they run. So there's quite a bit. I can see. Oh, that's tough. That's really tough. But I think we just no free lunch. Question is, do I go for this $2 discount on this Carmen? The Penny Shaver's really good. But I have to bottom it, because we have to get the no free lunch done. Okay. Sit behind our tech and relax. Yeah, with no Regenesis, like, this is a perfectly safe approach. Okay, we're going to start advancing. Moonpool and Server 2, potentially. It should just be a Sting, because they did just, like, throw this out here. But, like, it could also just be see how they run. I have no actions. Yeah, I have no actions. You definitely wait for them to score. Okay. Yep. Boomerang, Carpe, in mutual favor. Okay. We just draw. There's the Nuka. Draw again. It's fine. Next turn we can pinhole the Fat. Credit, gamble, pinhole R&D, get mark R&D, draw last click. If we don't get mark R&D, we can still just do the pinhole and not play the gamble. This should be an agenda, and server 6 should be a moonpool. No mark R&D. That's unfortunate. We don't have a sentry breaker is the problem right now. But that's definitely just like an agenda of some sort. Is credit, gamble, pinhole. The problem is that they can like single advance, and I would die to Sting off a Moonpool trigger, so I would have to pop the Stone Ship immediately. Like, there's not a lot of cards in my deck that gain me money anymore because all the Carpes are gone. 2 clean getaways are gone. So, like, if I draw here, we're not drawing anything that's getting me to the gamble. So, like, this turn might just be like credit, gamble, draw, which feels awful. So I think we gotta pinhole this fat. Okay. Oh, we're 1 short. Install credit pinhole, we're 1 short. Could go for the no free lunch here. Maybe we do. God. It's a big economic swing. Because it's like gamble, penny shaver, pinhole. Yeah, I popped this. This is going to be kind of controversial. I don't like it, but like I think that's best. Because we're balancing a ton of stuff here. Like this gets me to my gamble. It gets the penny shaver on the board. And like helps my tempo a ton. Whereas the other world, I keep the no free lunch, so it's a trick. Like I can stop a trick from my opponent. But like 1 should be sufficient. But it's close. Like 2 is actually like really good. So it's a really close call. It's a really close call. But there's just a ton of value there. Because like if I don't go for that, I'm at $3. So we just like credit pinhole, which means I go down to $3, and then we get oppoed, and then we have to go like credit, clear 2 tags, credit. And in that world, we like are at $1, don't have the penny shaver on the board. What is that? What? That's the Urtica cipher? Okay. It's not... Okay, so let's think about this, right? It's not Sting. It's not See How They Run. Or sorry, it's not Sting. It's not Longevity. It could be See How They Run. And it could be Fuji. And it could be Urtica. Huh. Pretty baffled. I'm running that. And then we're going to get oppoed for 4 tags? Seems like what's happening, I think. Okay. So we're always bottoming transfer. Can I go install open market, install class act, run? And then we're going to get oppoed for 4. Huh. But I always take the points here. So, yeah, okay. Sure. And then we're installing open in class act now, I guess. I'm spending 2 clicks to draw 2 cards and gain 2 credits. So it's actually better to just draw, because I'm actually running out of cards. Installing this seems fine. Yeah. But we can also play it safer. Just in case there's Reaper. Yeah, we'll just draw. Now, if we drew these cards the other way, I would have been able to Carmen. Once we get this Carmen down, we can start running and just reaping the benefit of Penny Shaver, and then, like, we're totally happy leaving the cohorts on the board. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Card in server 7. That sucks a lot. I could have run that. Yeah, I should have ran the card in server 7, actually. I thought about it, too. We did think about it. Ooh, okay. That's fine. Sting is more threatening. Fuji's more threatening. Longevity is really, really fine. Fuji and Plano got shuffled. Fuji and Plano went face up. Fuji Fat went back in. We got a card in server 8 and a card in server 9. Okay. So this turn is run server 8, run server 9, install Carmen, click the Penny Shaver. Okay. Oppo is looming, and end of the line is what this search is for. We don't want to trash this. Depends on what's in server 9. I've already played one of the Mindscapings. But, like, this is just an econ war. Plano, I don't know. That's tough. I think we leave this. Just want the agendas. Yeah. Okay, we kept the Carmen. Very good. So now we install Carmen and click the Penny Shaver. This gains us 5. We'll just stay alive. Ooh, second Carmen. Do we want that in hand or no? Think I don't. Because the gamble's technically useful. I think we're just clearing 4 tags next turn. Yeah, I gotta be greedy. Okay, so they're searching for Oppo. Hopefully, like, yeah, if they use the Gaslight to search for an Oppo and they don't have one, that's really surprising. Fat is going to come down again. We haven't seen any Bladderworts, so paying 7 for this Oppo is going to help them trigger Bladderworts. So, like, I'm in danger. I am in danger. I'm in quite a bit of danger, actually. But we have 3 points. We just need to find 4 more. It's tough. Very tough board. Oh, advancing the card in server 6. Okay. We know that the Urtica's gone. Like, there's lots of stuff that's like probably agendas sitting around, right? Advancing the card in server 6 means that it is advanceable. Or sorry, it's not. Place an advancement counter on an installed card. It's not necessarily advanceable, but like they wouldn't advance it if it was not advanceable. I'm gonna get oppoed here. If they don't have the other Hansei in hand, then they don't have an econ operation, so that their econ's actually gonna have a problem. Okay, they have the Hansei. That's very, very good for them. What did they gaslight for? Oh, they gaslighted for Hansei. Sure. Okay. Card in server 10. Yeah. R&D mark. Do I take the excess? I do. Absolutely do. I don't die to anything. Like, this server 6 is like... Am I just getting baited here? Am I just getting baited here? It's like it's not a bad try to bait me. Like, they're willing to single advance Urtica, so I can see server 6 being bait. The other thing is, though, well... Yeah, I think we're going to run R&D. And then we're going to, like, run server 6 and clear with no free lunch. Okay. Biobands would be really helpful. There's one left in the deck. I should have drawn for that first, actually. With Stone Ship. But not really, because that's greedy. Are we going to run server 6 and clear with the no free lunch? That's so tough. So tough. I think I am. Yeah, if you bait me, you got it. Well done. Well done. Yeah. Yeah, it was like it was in their range of actions to take. It definitely was in their range of actions to take. And then server 10 could be the agenda now. All right. It's double bladder. Okay. And they're going to draw the next bladder off the top as well now. Gotta install this Carmen. At least we're like semi in the clear right now because we're not going to get oppoed. So next turn we can get the Carmen down, but lots can go wrong here. We have to check naked cards. One of them's going to be Bladderwort. One of them's going to be Moonpool. Moonpool's going to get rezzed. We're going to take Bladderwort damage. This is really bad. It's really, really bad. And we've just installed the wrong breakers. Like, they're all necessary, but like, I don't know. This is the corp. This is what the corp will do to you. Yeah, like they're definitely installing. Like, what did they do with nothing? Right. Yeah. So they didn't do anything with the cohort. Their agendas are safe in archives. Like double Bladderwort on the board. A third one's gonna come down. Moonpool's definitely coming down. That's gonna help them duck, and then we're taking 3 net damage at the start of next turn. Which is potentially palatable. So when they spam the board, we might let it go. Because, like, yeah, I don't know how much of a risk I should be taking. But, like, run R&D, install, like, draw first, I guess. Draw first, run R&D, install Carmen, draw again. So I guess we're drawing twice. And then we're just going to eat some Bladderwort damage next turn. And then, like, they might just get out of range, right? They might get out of Bladderwort range. But the problem with that is, A, Moonpools I have to trash, or else they can just score. But maybe not, because they can only score 1 of 2 stings. Otherwise, they have to, like, double Moonpool a see how they run. So maybe we actually leave the Moonpools, and I'm only interested in the agendas. This is the same approach we took against Ying64 yesterday, playing Ob, where we were faced in the same board state where they had 3 Bladderworts sitting around. And I'm just looking to touch agendas. So we're probably going to be looking to run archives and then run R&D in 2 turns. And the stone ships are going to keep us afloat because we're going to want to run into ice with 3 cards so that Fenutria doesn't give us a tag. And this game's just going to come down to touching the agendas. That's tough. All right. So it's Bladderwort and server 12. Right? We know they drew a Bladderwort. So they trashed the second card from R&D and draw 2 cards. So right. So we know they drew the Bladderwort. So we know that server 12 is a Bladderwort. Not certain, but pretty certain. Shesvy's overkill, I think. Nemini, Fenutria, Simac, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yeah, Shesvy's overkill. And then we draw again, and we run R&D, and I could steal and lose Carmen. Alternatively, I could click Penny Shaver, install Carmen, and then run, but like, no. It's so good. Thank you, RNGesus. Thank you very much. That's exactly what we needed here. So now it's a successful run, and I get to install before I access. So we're going to draw 2 cards, and we're going to install this Carmen, paying the Shesvy money, and we're going to try to rip one. We missed. And we're just going to chill. Because I think that's got to be Bladderwort. Like, they just added it to hand. Like, it's gotta be. I think. Yeah, okay. Alright, so we're gonna take 1 net damage. So this is fine. I think we're actually, like, looking up now. We just have to be careful about letting them duck their credits. But if they can stay floating on more than like too much money for the Bladderwort, then we're not going to get pinged. Which is not really up to me, is the unfortunate part. Like, when I steal, they're going to get to oppo. But hopefully when I steal and they oppo, I could win the turn after. And we're just going to steal 1 agenda, maybe 2, and then next turn we're going to try to steal another 1 or maybe 2, and just close out the game that way. Okay, one of these is Moonpool. Archives Mark again. That's actually good this time. Thinking. Okay. So we could clean getaway the fat. Are we just always taking 3 net damage this turn? It's interesting. No. Yeah, we have to clean getaway the fat. I can break everything with 3 credits. Yeah, so this is just click 1. And we'll see what they do. Because we learn a lot based off what this ice is. And then we're just going to, like, let it go. Like, we're just going to, like, be okay with the fact that these Bladderworts are just going to trigger. That's the worst ice that it could have been for me. Okay. Now what? It could be draw Bravado Archives. That means I don't die to Fuji Sting. Oh, I wouldn't die to Fuji Sting anyways. We could just Bravado Archives. Right? I can break anything. I can't break Simac. I can't break Simac. But that's okay. And then I can break everything else. And I don't die to anything. Do I die to double Sting? I die to double Sting. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would die to double Sting anyways. Let's do this first. And then we can pop the Stone Ship after. That way we don't die to double Sting. Okay. Oh, 5 minutes? Wow, okay. Now I have to draw. Guess that one. And we're going to draw 2 again. And it's my window before theirs. So I have to make all of my decisions before their decisions. Shuffling 2 cards back. Okay. And now I can check server 13, run R&D. And then draw. I don't think I died to anything. Oh, I died a Moonpool on the board, actually. 13 should just be Moonpool. We're running R&D. Nice. And then I draw. Now I can check server 13 and I can draw a card after, I think. Ooh. Fuji on the board. Oh man. Got it done. Not the first time this tournament I've stared down triple bladder. It sounds like we both felt we were behind. My win rate was bleeding, so I had to make a play. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I don't know what's going on behind the curtain. Like, face down cards, cards on the board, cards in hand. But like, the agendas have to be somewhere. Like, that's the crux of what I'm doing, is that the agendas have to be somewhere, and I'm looking for the agendas, and like, maybe I'm not giving enough credit to that fact. All right. Yeah, I felt behind as I pushed that Fuji. Yeah, that makes sense. Figuring it out, but just barely. Just barely. Just barely. Wow. Okay, looks like the other table's still going. Cut the video there. See you in the next round.